Hello people of the verse and welcome to the channel. It's the Eradicator and we have a couple of patch notes to talk about today, so that's what we'll be doing. Apologies if I did not do that yesterday. Myself and my son as well, my daughter, to pretty much everyone in my family is sick, so it's been a rough couple of days, but I'm still trying to keep you guys with some updates. Before we do that, guys, of course, this month giveaway, as I'm giving away $150 in RSI gift cards, $100 if you subscribe to my new channel, the Eradicators, plus $50 if you subscribe to this channel and answer the giveaway question, which will be asked throughout the video. Also, any supporters of the channel via Patreon or the join button also gets access to my Discord channel, where I'll be giving also a C2 Hercules with lifetime insurance. Good luck to everyone out there. All right, guys. Well, first on Thursday, it seems that there was an e-patch for Star Citizen Alpha 3.13.0. And a lot of things were added in terms of bug fixes. First, they've also added the new asteroids, replacements for the asteroids, which are currently used in the Stanton system. Using new organic asset workflow, these new asteroids can be currently found scattered around the Lagrange point. So these are the asteroids. Basically, we've talked about those plenty of times. These are the asteroids that are located around the station system, the rest stops, where basically you have some refineries of just some random rest stops where you refuel your ships. As mentioned before in a previous video, they added the Mercury Star Runner in game shops, as well as the Talon and the Shrike and the Nomad as well. Plus, on top of that, if you wanted to buy an Xperia Prowler, then you're in for a surprise, because they've decided to increase the price of the Xperia Prowler to be more in line with the ships of similar size, weapons, and items. Alright, well, they have a lot of bug fixes there. Players should no longer get stuck in a black screen when respawning in the PU, so that's great news. Quite the black screen of death had made a comeback in Star Citizen, and it has been eradicated once more. Attempting to dock with a Constellation ship should now trigger correctly. Very good, because that's one of the main features of this Star Citizen 3.13. Glad to see that it is fixed. Fixed an issue that was causing very fast areas of flashing light after a ship is destroyed. This has been also a graphical issue that's been going on for quite some time. I remember back in 3.11 or early 3.12, sorry, there was an issue with the Talon. When the Talon was entering content drive, people were seeing these very fast flashing lights as well. And seems that it was happening again in the Evocati PTU. They fixed an issue causing players to be unable to spawn ships at multiple locations at the ASOP terminals. The character reset should now currently reset as intended. Players should now be able to interact and sit on the chairs in a new Babbage train. I'm really wondering if the NPCs were able to sit on those chairs or stand on them, right? They fixed issues causing AI ships to get stuck circling around the player without firing. Oh, well, that is also an old issue. This is not a new issue. We've been seeing that in 3.12 as well. They fixed an issue causing close and long range FOEP animations to not be visible by other players. This face-over IP has been bugged for a long time, and it needs a little bit of love. Glad to see that it's happening here. They fixed an issue causing player hands to not raise when staggered onto a wall. Players should now correctly receive a force reaction when having a trolley pushed into them. Oh, that is cool. That is cool. I'm sure there will be a lot of trolling in there in the verse, right? When you push. I wonder if in the future, when you push trolleys into people or NPCs, this will make you lose some reputation with them. That could be very cool. Fixed the player flopping into the prone animation when entering from EVA after being knocked out back into 0G. Yes, this bug has been there for a very long time. It's super annoying to go prone when you leave EVA mode, and I'm glad that it is fixed. Hopefully, this is going to make much smoother transitions. They fixed an issue causing thrown objects to not follow their trajectory line. Yes, I have reported on that many times. Well, not many times, but on the particular video where I used a grenade launcher. The grenade was thrown from the grenade launcher, and instead of going straight, it went right on the side and killed me. That was very annoying. So apparently this was not desync. Everybody was saying that it's desync, but it's actually a known issue though there. The elevator location display should no longer show an incorrect current floor location. Hurston and Crusader bounty intro missions should now progress correctly to further bounty missions. The mined rock deposits should no longer shatter violently, causing them to be flung away during a controlled shatter. Good, of course, that's very annoying. I mean, if you properly mine the rocks and they still fly away despite you mining properly, that must be very frustrating. They fixed an issue causing ships not to be able to lower the landing gear when they have a target selected. They fixed an issue causing the player's exit animation to shift forward when exiting the cyclone vehicle. It's not the only one. I've had this experience as well with a Vanguard. I hope that this is also going to be fixed with a Vanguard eventually at some point. The player should not be able to exit the cliffs in 0G. MISC, Freelancer Miss rear ramp interaction should no longer be missing. They fixed an issue causing the rear landing pad to not properly deploy on the mall and the Eclipse as well. The P-72 Archimedes should no longer be missing its nose landing gear. Players should no longer be able to clip into the Cutlass bunk bed when becomes stuck. Wow. Can you imagine being stuck in the bed? And then you respawn and you're stuck in the bed again. Basically, you have to do a character reset. Players are now able to perform takedowns on other players using the mounted turrets. Players should they fix an issue that should cause players to no longer get stuck to stationary turrets after using interaction mode to exit. They fix an issue that allows players to interact with fire mounted guns from the front. Attempting to open the Moby glass during the animation of gripping the mounted gun will no longer result in the gun becoming unusable and the player will be unable to move away. I fixed an issue that allowed an escaped player to be able to put minerals mined on the exteriors of their inventory and then log out and back in and spawn in prison with the minerals still in their inventory. Wow, very interesting. Can you imagine when you mine, you decide to escape and you go back to prison, you still have your minables, then just put them in the bin, right, where they're supposed to be put, and then you have some merits and you can leave prison earlier. And I fixed an issue on the bearing FS9 ballistic LMG iron sights having a very distracting and high glow amount. I've never seen that, but that was also 11 client crashes and 3 server crashes and a main deadlock fix too. That was for the E-patch, but there was also an F patch, and this one is the one that the Evocati Test members are using right now. And we'll jump again straight to the bug fixes. They fix an issue causing multiple functions to be broken on the front end. They fix an issue causing players to sometimes have no body and be unable to move after respawning from death. Oh no, that's why it's in Evocati, because these bugs are absolutely terrible. They look ridiculous and they would make Star Citizen look bad on social media. Trolleys found in hangars should no longer have their wheels clipping through the floor, removing functionality. Viewing reputation while in ship would no longer cause the UI to mess up. Thank you, CIG. That is then again another main feature of 3.13. We don't want this one to be looking like a mess indeed. Civilian, listen to that, guys. Civilian miner NPCs should now be killable for the cave assassination mission. Seems like we are going to have regular miners that are going to be civilians as NPCs, right? Not just NPCs in the regular landing zone, but also in the caves. That is great news, guys, and they should be killable as well. Fix an issue causing the multi-tool screen to not function or show the power of their mining lasers. They fix an issue causing players to fall through the environment geometry in various elevators. Oh my. The E-patch must have been quite a mess, to be frank. The players should now be able to turn off sensor to manually open and close in the Star Runner. There should no longer be floating table geometry upon entering the cargo bay area of the constellation Phoenix. Cargo bay interaction prompts for constellation should no longer be missing and be out of reach. Hand animation should no longer be inverted when turning the steering wheel of the Cyclones and Ursa rover. This must have felt very weird, right? You turn right, but it looks like you're turning left. Oh my gosh. They fixed a level of detail issue in Lorville causing Habs Metro Center. It comes sometimes to be unreadable close up. Speaking of level of detail, I hope that they are going to fix the level of details issues for Selene as well, because from above, when I don't know about you guys, but when I look at Selene from far away, it looks really ugly. Smelter and cargo crane tracks in refineries and cargo decks should now function and move correctly, and they fixed a duplicate announcement on Arena Commander game start and end. The overall, that's 11 client crashes and 6 server crashes, which, by the way, we're going to have our giveaway question right now, guys. It'll be interesting to see if you catch it. What is the most annoying bug that you're experiencing in 3.12 right now that you are hoping will be fixed, let me know in the comments down below. And they still have a couple of known issues though before we finish. So the players begin suffocating on respawn with no oxygen, which persists through death. That is very annoying, which means that basically you have to do a character reset in order to fix that. The Hornet series can spawn damage, shaking, or in a destroy set. Oh, it's been a long time. It's been a long time since we haven't seen ships spawning with the damaged state. Client will crash when calling another player. Who does that anyway? Customized loadout are reset to default when the ship's name is changed. Contacts disappear from list after relaunching clients, and further sent receive requests from contacts are not seen. Many UI displays functionality stops after launching the client a second time. On landing pads, trolleys are unable to be pushed, pull up the entryway, cargo ramp, and elevator ramp. Why is that? It would be interesting to see if the reason is trolleys are too heavy and you can't push them, maybe, right? Leaving a trolley in a door will kill the player, and all of the others here, the other issues, are issues from previous patches. Well, guys, well, it seems that there are still a couple of very annoying bugs there. Reported as known issues that will have to be fixed until we get that to wave 1. Now, you know, time is running out, right? And it's already March 27th. CIG still has officially 4 days until they release this patch on time. Otherwise, it will be delayed, right? And I have a feeling it won't be the first time, but I said that many times in many videos before. This is a bad habit, and I don't like to see that. With that comes the end of this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time for more content on the channel. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later. This video is brought to you by the people who support this channel on Patreon and via the join button as well. Supporters of the channel get access to lots of cool perks, such as access to my private Discord, your question answered in the show, you get to know when I'm going to play, and also you get to have a chance to influence the editorial line of the channel. Any help is appreciated, starts at just $1 a month. Thank you very much for watching. This is the Eradicator, and I'll see you guys later.
Thinking maybe I should get something that looks a little classy. But then I was like, no, I need something that could pull some serious weight. Maybe I don't need all that cargo space. What about the Legionnaire? Now we're talking. How about some bigger guns? Little bigger. No, little bigger. There you go. And maybe some rockets too. Actually, I should probably upgrade the power plant. I did like the leather seats on that LX though. Yeah, perfect. All right, let's see what this baby can do. Bigger cargo.
RSI's Aurora. There are many like it, but this one is yours.
It all started with a dream. A need to challenge the conventions of our time. To look at the well-worn path ahead and decide to take another route. What is life if not the culmination of all decisions we've made and the roads we've traveled? We decide to seek out the unknown. Or take a stand against the unjust in the universe. We are all chasing who we are, who we want to be. Which begs the question, why choose it all? Introducing the all-new Alpha, Beta, Delta, Gamma. 2948 Mustang. A dream redefined for the modern era.
With the sheer size and scale of the Aerospace Expo, it can be easy to get overwhelmed by all there is to see and do. Luckily, you have Galactic Tour on hand to provide laser-like focus on only the best IAE has to offer. Today is no exception, as we set our sights on the mighty military machine that is Anvil Aerospace. From Hornets all the way to Super Hornets, Anvil ships are a classic example of designing with a purpose. Every angle of the hull and every rivet is there for a reason. And Anvil isn't happy just to rest on their blowing stuff up laurels. With the likes of the Carrack, Crucible and Terrapin in their lineup, Anvil has gone beyond military function to begin to really make a name for themselves in the private sector. Of course, a cynic might say that Anvil has to expand because Aegis is horning them out of all those sweet UEE contracts. But then again, I'm not a cynic. I say the more ships the better. And boy, are there more ships coming up. Make sure you stay right there as Galactic Tour's Intergalactic Aerospace Expo special continues.